the rain after 40 days of heavy downpour. I can tell you about the clouds, 'cause they just won't go away. And I think it might be just the time to pack my bags and take a ride with you. Baby, we're both needing something new, 'cause California sunshine's calling my name. Lay me by the ocean, I won't complain. Don't call it a vacation, don't think I ever want to leave.
Welcome to my Abacus class. Today is the first day, and I will teach the kids how to use the abacus. So this is the bigger abacus, okay? And the abacus, we have the top one beads and the bottom beads, and we have so many dots here.
Mrs. Chen is, as a person, she is very humorous and I would say loving to all of her students, to the parents of the students, and also as a teacher, on the contrary, I would say a little bit stone-hearted.
She's very loving, caring, and thoughtful regarding others, and always thinking of others. And I think it's because of her personality that she's done so well in the business.
I have one kid, one student. Right now, I think maybe she's in high school now. When she come my class, she doesn't like the math. Then she learned to the 1Q. Then she said she like math. I was born in the Taipei, Taiwan. My husband come to Arizona, study the master, so I moved to the United States. After I moved to California.
Their English wasn't that great because they came here as immigrants when I was 3. When they came here, my dad was the only one working. My mom was just a housewife, stay-at-home mom.
Starting with, okay, go, half. 20,975, 8,231.
She basically began, teaching abacus because we had friends that had kids my age, and just as a hobby, they'd come over and my mom would teach them. And eventually, that just grew from there.
I make this school before. It's a small class, only 5 or 6 students. I have about 200 students now.
My first impression, as a very young child, I was admittedly quite intimidated by her because she was very ambitious for her students and often pushed us to our limits, which is a great aspect for a teacher.
My goal is that everybody can go high level. I hope they learn the abacus can use the daily life, because this is like a calculator. Every day can do it.
So an abacus is a traditional calculator, and the way it works is that there are several beads and they're placed within different locations, and that symbolizes different placements such as the 1s digits, the 10s digits, the 100s digits. So it works similarly to our traditional schoolway system, but it is different in how you actually calculate numbers and how you multiply. And the great thing about abacus is that you can always do any addition, subtraction, multiplication, or divisions without depending on a battery-sourced electronic.
So it's if I 1, use the sum, plus 2, sum, minus 3, using the point finger, okay? And add 4, thumb up, okay? And minus 4, point finger down.
So in Abacus class, every week, we do 3 main categories of activities. One is oral, The second one is written problems, and the third one is the Abacus dictations. And oftentimes in competitions, we do all three of these activities, and thus we practice each one of them in class every week.
57, 267, 89, 364, 75, 278, 46.
1176.
No answer.
Currently, I teaching the few students with special needs. So right now I have 6 special needs kids.
So that started probably over a decade ago. That is basically her giving back to the community, and she wants to help out these special needs autistic kids and so forth. So she does it once a week. It's gratifying because she has seen improvements in some of these special needs children, and they enjoy coming here and using the Abacus to focus and so forth. So I think, you know, she's been doing it for over a decade. She does it, you know, pro bono, and I think she really sees the joy of helping out the kids.
So right now, some kids can do the very good mental, but some kids learn it very slow, but it's still helping them.
Mrs. Chen is very motivational for her students and quite persevering. So she's constantly helping us.
And so every year she has seniors graduating, going to college, and so she offers scholarships to help out and kind of like your own kid, you know, watch them go off to college. So my family was my mom and dad, my brother, he's 12 years younger than me, and then my sister, who she was 7 years younger than me, but she is no longer here. She passed away in a car accident in 2005.
After my daughter passed away, I totally changed. Last time I'm so sad, but finally I found one way about all the love give to my students, because my students are all like my kids.
Mrs. Chen is truly a great role model for conquering that event, and something that we can all learn from.
279,846,501, 375,689,402, 798,201,354, 834,590,216, 903,456,672.
856-463-9481.
600-589-364.
I think Abacus may be overshadowed by other technologies. It is definitely probable. It is happening all the time.
I definitely think it's valuable because at a young age, it trains the mind.
And the calculus is just push the button, right? Then get the answer. But the Abacus now, we need step by step.
This brings you back to the roots, to the foundation, to, you know, before we had computers and television and all that. So I think with all these distractions nowadays, I think being able to focus and have the discipline to sit there and concentrate, that applies into all facets of not just school but life. The future of Abacus, you know, as long as your students know that this can help their development as well, I think it's strong.